Awesome. So now that we already have all the bones in place, we need to bind the mesh to the armature so we can move things together. As of now, we move the bones and the robot is not moving along with it. So we are going to press tab, go to object mode, and then we are going to select the mesh first, so by bot, and then shift click the armature. And just like when parenting bones, we are going to parent the mesh to the armature. So we are going to press Ctrl P and we are going to use this guy here with automatic weights. So Blender is going to calculate some weights for us, and then let's see what happens. I'm going to click here on the armature and then tab, pose mode, and let's move the root here, for example. Oops. Okay, so we see that when we move the root, some parts of the body comes along with the bones, but a lot of other parts don't. And that's where we are going to come into and make some changes and some tweaks by hand. All right. To do that, we are going to object mode, select the armature, and then tab edit mode. Here in edit mode, we are going to click in this little green triangle here, which is the object data. And in vertex group, we are going to see a lot of things. And if you take a look at it, all of them have the same name as the bones that we have. So basically, these groups here, they are going to be the values that bind our mesh to the armature. And then we can change these values by assigning, removing, and moving this little slider right here. So to see it a little bit better, we are going here, so to the overlays, click vertex group weights right here. And we are also going to press this active button. So we can see that everything here is black. This, oops, actually not everything. That's basically because the root here is affecting parts of the body. So before we do anything here, let's go back to object mode and select the armature, because we don't want the root, we don't want the eye case, and we also don't want the pole targets to be deforming the mesh. So what we are going to do is we are going to edit mode or pose mode. In this case, it doesn't really matter. So we are going to select the bones that we don't want to affect the mesh. For example, the root is only going to affect the other bones. And the same thing with these guys here. They are not meant to affect the mesh itself. It's meant to affect the bones. So we are going to select all of them, pressing Shift when selecting. And here on this bone icon, we are going to press it. We see this deform option. We can hold Alt and click. So this way, this option is going to be copied to all the selected bones. If you are not able to press the Alt while you're doing it because you are emulating the middle mouse button, you can also right click here and then copy to selected. Awesome. So now going back to object mode, we need to clean this up. So I'm going to select the mesh again, and then let's unparent the mesh. So we are going to press Alt P and then clear parent. And we are going to keep it at the same place like this. And we also need to go here to data and click in this little down arrow here and whoops, delete all groups. This way we have everything clear. Then we can again select the mesh, Shift select the armature, Ctrl P with automatic weights. When doing it, we can select the mesh again and then check if there is any bone here that we don't want. So I don't see anything here that I don't want, so that's good. Now let's go back to adding the weights, to adding in, to adding the influence of bones into the mesh. So I'm going to press Tab, Edit Mode, and then now we can see something here a little bit different. So if I go to the head, I select here the head, we see that the eyes and these joints, they are completely red. And the same thing here. Actually, not the sphere is not completely red, it's black. So basically what it means, while we see things in black, these parts are going to be with 0 weight. So they are not going to be influenced by this bone. And when they are red, it means that they have full influence, and so it's completely one. So when we move the bone, it's going to move together with it. It's just like it is parented into that bone. Okay, so here, what we have to do then is to make things move together with the head first. Because we see that the head is black, and so it's not moving together with it, since we have it selected. I'm going then to make it red. And to do that, we are going to come here, press L to select this object, and then with the weight all the way to 1, I'm going to press this assign button. Now it is red. And let's see all the parts that I want to move together with this bone, so with the head bone. It is this one here because it is black, as we can see, so I'm going to select it, assign, and there we go. Now it is completely red. Other parts, the arm sockets. So I'm going to select them like so and assign. Perfect. Now we have the head bones, or actually the head objects, all red. Nice. So let's go to the arm.001 and click on it. And as we can see, it doesn't seem to be affecting the arm socket. But if it is, and we don't want that to happen, what we are going to do is press L here on the arm socket and then remove. So we remove all the influence from this bone to this object. That's basically it. So Alt A to deselect, because here in this case I don't have any problems here. So this bone is not actually affecting this guy here, so we're good. And then let's skip rolling it down. The arms are fine, but this part here, so this part here, the arm is affecting the hand. And I don't want the arm to be affecting the hand. So just like I explained before, we are going to press L here to select the part that we don't want to be affected and remove. Okay, now we can click on a hand, and then here, as we can see, the hand is not completely red. I want it to be completely red because it should move together with the hand. So I'm going to press this assign, and it's going to be completely red now. But as we can see, the arm also has some influence of the hand, and we don't want that. So select the arm and remove. Nice. Next one is going to be, let's see, the fingers. And as we can see, it is influencing not only the hand, but also the arm. And we don't want. So we select the sphere, we select the arm, and then remove. The same thing most likely will happen with the bot finger. So I'm going to select it and remove as well. Okay, and this way I would say that we completed the left arm. Now we should do just the same with the right arm, but I'm going to keep following here the groups. So the next one is going to be the upper leg. So upper leg, yeah, it is all red, so that looks fine. Lower leg, it's not all red, so that's not fine. Also, it is not getting this joint right here. Let's see, the upper leg is not getting that. Yeah, and the lower leg is also not getting that. So I'm going to select this one and then press 2 just so I can select here the... Oh, and we can't forget to deselect these guys here. Otherwise, we are going to paint them again. So I can press Alt L. Ooh, actually, it's not Alt L. Oh, so it is Shift L to deselect. So Shift L and we deselect. And then here L to select these two. Nice, and now that we have them selected, I'm going to press this assign, and then we have them all red like this. Okay, that's good. Now let's go down to, let's see. Yeah, this one is going to be the arm right, and all the arms, the arm bones. So this one I'm going to do it a little bit faster because it's going to be the same as the left side. So click it. Let's see. This one's fine. This one's fine. This one's fine. This one's not fine. So select this guy. Remove. Alt A. Select the hand. We are not going to have it on here. So remove the fingers. So we don't want it to be there. So remove. And this one, remove. Let's see the hand, how it is. It's not good. Assign. And we should have this one just fine. Awesome. So now the legs to the right, the same thing. So this one's red. Okay, select this one. Let's make this one and the joint red. So select here, assign, and we are good. Okay, now the next one is going to be the boot. So going to click on it. And as we can see, it is influencing this part of the leg, and we don't want that. So we are going to select it and remove. And that's it. Okay, this one is getting the joint here. That's fine. That's actually what I want. And then let's see to the next one. It's the same thing. So we select this leg link and then remove. And that's basically it. This way we've finished adding the weight paints to our robot, to Boybot. So let's check it out. Let's see if it's actually work. So I'm going to press tab, object mode, going to select here the armature, just so we can see it a little bit better. We are going to add to see it in material view, and then tab pose mode. Now let's check it out. First, let's move the root and see if everything moves together. Yes, it moves. So that's nice. Now let's check the legs. So let's check the legs, clicking here on the IK controller, and let's move, and look at that. That looks pretty nice. Okay. So this one is working good. Let's see this other one right here. Let's move it. Yes, it's moving pretty nice. And then let's check the head. So head, if we move it, okay, that's what we have. Nice. Let's select all these bones here on the arm. And then here on pose mode, I normally use this local because it's better to move each bone in a different, yeah, it's not actually in a different axis, but it's if we are able to move each bone in its own axis, and that's what is important for us to be able to get this type of transformation here. So when I rotate them, they all rotate together like this. Okay, yeah, the arm bones looks pretty fine. So let's move the hand, moving okay. The finger, yeah, it opens, closes like that. So right click, we cancel the transformation that we are making. So let's get this one. Yep, it looks fine. This one looks fine. Select all these bones, rotate them. Yup. And that's basically it then. We've got our model completely rigged now. Now it is bound to the armature. And the only thing that's missing is to give some motion to this guy. And this is exactly what we are going to do in the next video. We are going to start animating this little guy here. So I will see you in the next video.